I was happily married for 15 years until my whole world came crashing down when I found out my husband was not who I thought he was. This is part 6 of my story. When I got those nasty text messages, I couldn't understand what was happening. He had become so unpredictable. I didn't know which version of him I was going to get. There were 3 at the time. The one that completely ignored me, the one that called me names that made me sick in the stomach, and another that called and apologized for all the hurt. That day after our mediation appointment, I came across an article about a certain personality type that explained what was happening. According to the article, I had moved from the love bombing stage of the relationship to the devaluing and discarding stage of the cycle. It not only explained what was happening now, but also all the little things here and there that I couldn't understand during the happy years of our marriage. The article concluded with, if you find yourself in the abominable position of divorcing this type, my first words to you are, good luck and may God be with you. This is not a fight for the faint of heart, and you must be braver than you've ever been. I was about to learn that this was all true. He came to our first court hearing and said that he couldn't afford paying what I was asking, which, by the way, was the standard for the California divorce law. I mentioned that just one of the cars he owned cost more monthly than the entire child support I was asking for 2 kids. None of it seemed to matter. It was at this hearing that I completely lost my faith in him as someone who I could ever consider a friend again. He told the judge that I hardly ever took care of the kids, that during our marriage we had babysitters to do that, and that I felt annoyed by our kids. When I heard him utter those words, my heart sank and I felt betrayal like none I have ever felt before. This was about me, the person who had chosen to home birth, nurse for 2 years each, who co-slept with our kids, the person who learned new kid songs every day to replace devices. When the hearing was over, I promised myself I would never step foot in court again, and I never did. Come back for part 7.